I do love that stupid attention to detail.
Also, because of that same thing, they're not here, but that's because, like, the final boss of this game is famous enough to where before the game shows I can say, you play Jean here. And that's why there is one secret mission in the final boss, but I am not going to be doing that in this recording, purely, for, like, basically, Jean essentially plays like Bayonetta, but has a few differences. The biggest of which being the only witch time she can get is the frame perfect one, but that means her witch times are always the longest. But because of this, you can also, like, infinitely dodge as her instead of being able to do 5 consecutive dodges.
Well, you have to do frame perfect, but it has to be frame perfect, and she defaults with the bat within. It's not just frame perfect, you have to bat within.
Thank God.
You have to frame perfect bat within to get her witch time.
But because of that, her witch times are always the best. In fact, I think specifically because of how hard it is to get them for her, they're a tiny bit longer, but I could be wrong about that. And the other big thing is that, again, the character has infinite dodging, and I believe John's Wicked Weaves are stronger. So yeah, it's, interesting.
The left eye.
John is very much a character for people that are good at the game. Again, something
Which I am not.
Yeah, again, something I am not.
The Umbra Witches.
I would say, and this is basically the controls for the Afterburner stage, but you're now, like, having to pay attention to, you know, the shit behind you. But then again, with Bayonetta and Jean, you're always looking behind you. That was an ass joke. Oh, goddammit.
It's like the end of Sonic Colors, where you run down the space elevator.
Didn't this actually come out around the same time as Sonic Colors? I'm trying to dodge. Fucking believe me. Oh yeah, that's another thing, because we are Jean, her dodging in that section, I believe the same rule does apply there for this section. But yeah, anyway, like I said, Jean, I would say, like, is a natural kinda a hard mode, even if you played her on the easier difficulties because of that. Though, that will go back to the other point I have always kind of... Oh, I resume with your point. Though that goes back to the other point I have made about, like, hard modes and things, is that I like when a game doesn't just have the hard mode, it's just your numbers are lower and the game's numbers are bigger. Good day. To compensate for her having, you know, like, a harder dodge, she actually has benefits. There are benefits you actually have, and, like, I love how, because she technically shows off the Panther when she was in... Oh, god damn it. She shows off the Panther when she was in the red coat. Her Panther is always red.
Nah, Jean. You provided me with many blessings.
Anyway.
The one and only.
Another interesting thing with Jean is that she has all of her own, like, unique weapons.
Yep.
Must yearn to feel a new universe for
Well, unique recolor names of
I have no intentions of
Bayonetta.
I think I remember seeing somewhere they, like, have different... They don't have different properties. I think some of them are a bit stronger because of her doing more damage, but the thing is, I can't remember if it's just specifically her Wicked Weaves do more damage, or if she in general did more damage. Oh yeah, you can't look at you can't bring up the other menu here. The way to get the one hidden mission is basically
right before you touch the end.
It's basically run to I think about here, because if I walk up the shoulder, I believe the cutscene triggers. Yeah.
You have
to go. It's basically you essentially have to touch the shoulder of the statue and then run back down again. I am only not showing you that because I don't like playing Jean. Though again, I do at least like the idea of to make something harder. It's not like she's just, you know, Bayonetta, but oh, you have the. It's not like she's just Bayonetta, but oh, you just have a worse dodge. No, you actually do have benefits. And because of the way her benefits work, another funny thing when you're actually going to get technical, when you're actually gonna get technical with characters, doing dodge offsets with Jean is actually easier than doing them with Bayonetta, because she has infinite dodges, so you can dodge a lot more and the game is not going to punish you.
Anyway, final boss time.
Yeah, so dodge offsets are essentially dodging in the middle of combos and holding the combo. It's really hard to do, but like, you know, what's really hard to do with weapons that aren't the guns. The reason the guns make it the easiest to do, if like Bayonetta or Jean is firing bullets when basically they dodge, because the way you hold, essentially the way it works is you have to hold down the button of the combo. So it would be like if the punch, kick, punch, you do it's like punch, kick, dodge, holding the punch button, and then let it go, you'll do the punch. The guns are the easiest to tell with this, because like I said, when you hold down their buttons, you fire to get extra hits and damage, so you'll physically see the guns firing in the animation. It's really hard to explain. When we get to bonus video shenanigans, I might have a little small section dedicated to showing how the fuck that shit works. It was Jubileus the whole time!
That was... They kind of revealed that.
That's how I'm reading that.
DEA, there. Final boss time. Final boss has a great ass, though.
Yes, but ours is better.
Rest, my friend. I'm off to get that black cat.
So, Jubileus is pissed off it doesn't have its eyeball anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's also... Like, also, there's a kind of a lot going on in this battle. A lot... Damn it. Jubileus has a lot of varying attacks that do a lot of different shenanigans.
And normally that weird counter prompt only gets you axe murdered.
Well, what that counter prompt is as you can see, the basically those I call them the pedo face missiles because they have this like really creepy grin on them. After you deal enough damage to those, holy shit, I was actually able to get which time. After you do enough damage to those missiles, you can like the idea of the game was basically you hit them and knock them into the boss, dealing damage to the boss, but normally every time you hit them, they never fly the way you want them to.
Uh-huh. Final boss.
When I first played this fight, I didn't really like it too much, but after going back, oh damn it, after going back, playing it again, and learning how most of the stuff in the boss works. The fight itself, I don't really have too many problems with.
My problem is a lot of the attacks I feel are counter-intuitive and stack the odds against you.
Well, I think I remember seeing somewhere that the way, like, the boss does its attacks, it's supposed to be based on, like, proximity or something.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where...
that could be wrong. That was just something I read on the internet.
This reminded me of an old argument where we had with Sean and Brian, where I was talking about in Beautiful Joe, I feel bosses like Another Joe or RNG and Sean, they're not RNG, except sometimes it is where he'll shoot the stupid clones and do to your...
Well, where the hell do I have to go? Oh, there it is. Well, that's the thing, like, this boss doesn't have the RNG problem that, say, like, Another Joe had.
Sean?
With the exception of one attack, but I'll cover that when we get there.
Sean tried to argue, but Another Joe is not RNG dependent.
Damn it. I would've gotten a big damage. Though, the thing is, Jubileus, its phases are kinda so set, even getting the big damage, it has, like, the hard-coded phase transition.
The reason I feel Another Joe is RNG dependent is if he happens to set off something and you're attacking him, you don't really have a good way to react to certain things. And I feel the patterns are counterintuitive.
Well, I said that, but the funny thing is, if you get, like, the, in the fire and ice sections, because, well, they're, because they're fire and ice, like, you, can actually, if you get unlucky with, like, the ice sickles spawning, or those guys shooting fire at you, like, well, in this case, ice, I have had times to where I have basically gotten hit by, like, the game shooting a projectile. I fall into the frozen lake, and my health is just chunked as I get stun locked.
Uh-huh.
Damn it. Every time.
I also love how as you beat this boss, its porcelain-looking arms are shattered.
Well, that's what happens with, like, all...
Angels, yes.
That's what happens with, like, you know, everything that's an angel. Because, like, you see, it's supposed to be they're, like, beautiful on the outside, but they're actually super, like, fucked up and gross on the inside. Because some depictions of angels actually describe them to look incredibly monstrous.
Knocking her hair out, one angry face at a time.
Oh, now she's gonna get in her corner and sulk.
Oh, like you after Dark Souls.
Ha ha, fuck that game.
Get good, scrub.
Damn it! Every time doing the Durga combo in bosses is actually really hard because the extra hands give it extra hits, so like my timing is screwed up. That attack is instant kill!
Mm-hmm.
That... I don't care what game you're in or what context it's under, instant kills are never good.
Yep. Which goes back to what I was saying a few minutes ago, where I don't like how this boss can combo certain things, because I had scenarios where I just kind of got trapped and instant killed, and it was just...
Like... God damn it, I hate that attack.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, when you... Damn it. Yeah, see, that went nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And then the reverse time portals.
Which I've learned the best strategy is just keep walking in a... For the most part, keep walking in a straight line. Even though once I had immediately, and this does go to the... Sometimes due to the way the game chooses AI, it does some bullshit. I have had the game basically do like the galaxy attack, make me into Cereza, and then do that black hole
Yeah,
attack.
exactly! And it's annoying! And
But,
it goes to
but,
what
like, it doesn't happen often.
And it goes to what I tried to explain to them in Beautiful Joe, and they
God
just
damn it.
ignored it as an excuse.
Holy shit, I was actually able to hit her hair.
I considered another Joe RNG because sometimes his attack patterns stacking away where you can't really dodge.
Of course, when I actually get the combo, we get to the last health bar. Of course, that's what happens.
Oh, you hit him.
Again. Oh, fuck. Shit, 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 shit. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Where? Damn it. Damn it. Also, you can't jump like this. Like, you see, I was just holding a direction there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, yeah, we're in the last phase now.
Because you summon your hair and start running around to go bunt this bitch. See?
There we go, boys.
And because you and John's helping.
I think the official name of this was Queen Shiva. I think. Now, this part can be kind of jank sometimes. Notice I said that a lot, because that's how I would describe
Now,
that's how I would describe Bayo 1. Kinda jank sometimes.
now dodge the planets as you drive this boss into the sun.
Even though there are times I have been nowhere near a planet and, like...
Died, yes.
Like I said, it can actually... This can be kinda jank sometimes. Because, like, one of the planets in this... Wait, did I do it?
No. You haven't passed Earth yet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because, like, one of the planets in this, it is put... Oh.
Because there's Jupiter.
Also, the planets are JPEGs here.
That's Earth.
And then I think that's Mars.
Yes.
Mars was the closest one to the sun, right? Apparently not. I have... Like... Okay, we're good now. I have had times to where I have, like, been there's been a tiny space between me, but I guess the boss is like foot clipped the planet and it counts. Sometimes that is really weird. There were times I've been, again, nowhere near it, and like my foot clips.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, what did you guys think of the final boss? In my opinion, the final boss is very unfair and very RNG dependent. The final boss has that instant kill move that is hard to dodge, and it has a move that can turn Bayonetta into Cereza, making her slow and useless. So, if these moves are combined, sometimes you are turned into Cereza, and then the instant kill death vortex pops up, resulting in an unfair death because Cereza is not fast enough to get away. On top of that, I feel like the counter prompts that the game gives you to deflect those missiles is useless. More often than not, I end up getting hit using those. And a lot of the phases are very easy to get trapped in because, like Carson said, sometimes you fall in a weird way that results in you getting stuck and you pretty much get stun locked as you lose all of your health. So I feel like this boss battle is not really the best designed due to how many elements of the boss kind of counteract each other, making it difficult to deal with, but this is just my opinion. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. My social media links are in the video description. Now, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave some comments. If you want to keep up with our videos, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell. And if you follow me on social media, that helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all next time.